Hey guys, now before we get into this video is one that I recorded over a couple of days, so I just got around to finishing it and editing it, but I looked at my YouTube homepage and we're actually at 60,000 subscribers, which once again completely blows my mind. The whole YouTube journey, you guys hear this from me every 5,000 subscribers, but you'll never stop hearing it because it's just, I can still not believe that I just started doing this for fun and how much it's grown. AFK Arena has been really the game that grew my channel and the community behind it, which is you guys. I really do appreciate it. It's absolutely ridiculous, the engagement in my videos, the likes, the comments and all that stuff. Like the comments, unfortunately I don't get back to as many as I used to. I used to like get anxiety if I didn't reply to every single comment, but now I'm just there's a lot more comments, and also I get a heap of DMs from people in Discord, so I'm trying to get back to about 40 DM conversations on Discord a day, which is taking up a lot of time. I probably spend a couple hours replying to messages every day on the train and stuff like that, so I'm doing my best to get back. I'm sorry that I don't get back to everyone on the comments like I used to, but I just want to emphasize how much I appreciate the support that you guys are giving the channel. It's just absolutely amazing to me. So this one is going to be another one of those $100 giveaways. All the legal in-depth details will be in the description, but basically the gist of it is be subscribed to the channel, leave a comment on this video. It can be any comment, multiple comments, don't give you multiple entries, so no need to spam. Leave a comment, we'll do the draw about a week after this video comes out. But once again, thank you guys so much. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I know they're just numbers and they don't really matter, but like we're over halfway to 100k, which is something I never in my wildest dreams ever imagined. Don't know if we'll actually get there. Don't care if we do or not, really. Just that little YouTube play button thing would be cool to have something on my walls. I've really got to decorate my walls, but that's a little bit off topic, but yeah, thanks again guys. Like, I mean, if we got there, man, we'd do a $1,000 giveaway for 100k, I think. Yeah, we'll pencil that in. That's what we're gonna do, but that's a long way off if we ever get there. But I'm just having fun doing this. Hope you guys are enjoying the content as well, but let's stop rambling because I do that a fair bit, and let's get into this video. Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. In today's video, we're over on Kiasma's account to take a look at the new meta that's sort of shifting around in PvE, which is involving Warwick and Saurus, and in a niche way, Grizzle, which now we're going to be looking at the Twisted Realm boss of the Arden first up because he's available to us now. But the big thing that's happening is a lot of people, if we go here and we look at the top team, so this is like end game leaderboard, people are using the Grizzle and the Warwick, and as you can see, the Grizzle is doing truckloads of damage, dropping the Rosaline, which is a common hero in teams, and just using the Rowan and the Twins. Now, I've heard different things. I'm still not 100% sure whether Grizzle is bugged or whether it works. Some people say he's scaling damage too much because his skeletons are like stealing stats of like of Saurus clones or whatever, but just on the merits of his abilities, I feel like I see how he can do some damage. So we're going to go through it either way. At the moment he's working. If it changes and Grizzle is actually bugged and he gets nerfed, I'll let you guys know. But I've been hearing multiple things from different people, but at the moment it's the stable comp that people are using. So I want to go through those heroes and have a look at it and talk about it. Warwick is being used everywhere just for basically his defense decrease. So if we look at Warwick here, the main thing that he is getting used for is, yes, he stacks some damage and he gets immune to CC and like gets a shield and stuff like that. But it's pretty much this. Targets the weakest enemy in his vicinity and throws them backwards over his head, dealing 150% damage to them while also stunning them. And as you can see, greatly reduces thrown enemies' defense rating. The greatly, it's just basically a massive defense decrease. He doesn't actually have to throw them to apply the defense decrease, so he does apply this to the boss, and that is the main reason Warwick is there. When you look at those damage charts, he wasn't actually doing too much damage, so his ultimate, his passive, they're all nice, but they don't really contribute to it. It's really mainly going to be basically because of that. His carnage ability cannot be stacked any further. He recovers health. Really, none of this matters. It's all about that defense decrease. Then we're going to go ahead and have a look at the Grizzle, who is here. And basically what we want to look at there's a couple things to do with it. So this ability here, Grizzle strikes at an enemy target in front of him, dealing 70% damage to the target, steals 30% of the defense rating. So it's another defense decrease. But also he's going to steal attack rating, increasing his attack. And also we are going to have Grizzle in the front row linked to the Saurus, increasing each other's attack as well. So they're both going to be really, really solid in that sense. And then basically we also have his ultimate and his signature item, which are going to give him skeletons that are going to come up and attack the boss as well. And pretty much it's just going to mean he's going to just have a bunch of skeletons, because when you combine that with the fact that you've got Saurus, who's the absolute beast of everything, and ooh, we're gonna put some gear on him. We'll put some gear on before we test. But when you look at this ability here, especially for the Arden, basically we've gone through Saurus before, but he just keeps alternating these two attacks. With his signature item at max, he's going to heal his whole team, being the skeletons as well, allowing them to do more damage. So the level 30 signature item is really going to max out the damage potential. But then we go ahead and look here. This one, for that Arden boss specifically, he's going to have a 3-second stun tied to this ability, and because he just keeps using it, he pretty much just stun locks the boss, and your team can do whatever they like and not really worry about it. So that's where he's crazy in the Arden boss. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some gear on him, and then we'll go and take it for a spin. Okay, so because we don't have any wild tier 2 faction gear, we just put Wukong's gear onto him. You do lose 30% on everything, so our damage isn't going to skyrocket, obviously, compared to some of the other people in the league who have him at 5-star as well. Probably faction geared up, we're not going to quite shine that bright, but let's see the kind of damage we can do. So the main formation now that we're going to be looking at is going to be like that. We're going to have the Grizzle up the front, we're going to have the Saurus up the front, and then we're going to have the Warwick in there as well. And let's see what kind of things we can manage to do with this one. Hopefully we get some decent damage. I don't know if we're going to get legend on this one, just because once again we are lacking that little bit of extra that you kind of need for it. But let's go ahead and see. We're going to start ranking it up, and as you can see, we're going to start healing everyone once he hits max stacks, and we're just going to start stunning that Arden and not really worrying too much about anything. So there's still the random lightning bolts will come down, but if you look at those healing numbers on all those skeletons, you can see how Grizzle does sort of start to stack the damage. But like I said, I've heard different things from different people about the Grizzle and why he's working, but I feel like on his own merit, the stealing defense and attack, and also the fact that his skeletons can remain healed the whole time, I can see how he's doing some decent damage. But yeah, I'll cover that in another video if I find out if it is a bug or it isn't. But you know, on paper, it sounds like he should work, so use it while it does work, I guess, like is the main takeaway from that. And then obviously the Warwick for that defense decrease on the boss, it's just handy. So hopefully we can do some massive damage. I just love Saurus. Like, Saurus is so cool. He's I don't know, I think he's overtaken Titus as my like favorite looking hero. I just like, with the animations and everything, I'm torn between those two, but they're actually awesome. But this is just like, especially if you have Saurus level 30 signature item, this is huge. But even if you don't, you're going to get a little bit less damage, but it's still going to be really, really solid. Let's see where we ended up there. As you can see, only in silver with all that damage. That's how it worked. But as you can see, it's basically the gear, the faction gear and stuff like that. Actually, did we have blade on him? Yeah, we did have the blade on him. So yeah, it's going to be the faction gear and the stars that are going to really add into this stuff. But what I want to do is we'll go ahead and have a look at the top damage dealer and basically show you it's pretty much the exact same thing. At this far end game, it just all comes down to the stats that you have on those heroes and the RNG rolling into it. But I mean, there's not much difference that's going to go on here. He's going to bring out all the skeletons. You're going to heal them up. You're going to stun lock the Arden, and you're going to do huge damage. So honestly, for this, I haven't done my attack on my Celestial Hypergene account yet, but I did pull a single copy of the Saurus, and I honestly think just having a single copy of the Saurus is going to be the best damage dealer you can bring to this, even at elite, as long as he's well, they scale the level. So I still think I'm going to use an elite Saurus and do the best damage I can. You can use a mercenary as well if you can get a decent mercenary, but man, look at this damage. He's already at 12. Wait, what is that? That's 14 billion damage. The numbers get ridiculous, but this is definitely a meta you want to try. Have a play. If you're earlier game and you really don't have the ascensions on Grizzle and Warwick, I'm not sure if they'll work as well. Have a play around. It might still work out to play Rosaline in there, and maybe like a Belinda for the attack buff. You just got to play around with what you have. If you have a really high ascended Rosaline and Belinda, may end up doing better than like an elite Warwick and Grizzle. But hey, ooh, that one actually lost the twins in there. It actually took some damage, but that is huge. That is the current meta floating around for here, and basically Saurus and Warwick just absolutely beast together with that Grizzle. So coming at you from the future now, I decided to wait until the Ice Chimera just to show the absolute dominance of this comp, because Ice Chimera was that one where you had to always use Rowan, Rosaline, twins, then basically a damage dealer, and then Aziz to lock out the Chimera. And I just wanted to show that like even the meta for this boss has changed, and as you can see, we're just going to go through the top team. It's still going Saurus, Grizzle and Warwick, which is huge. I'm absolutely loving seeing the Warwick and Grizzle getting some time to shine. But let's just take a look at the brilliance that is this comp. It's actually crazy. I really do enjoy the fact that this comp is doing well, because the Grizzle and the Warwick, two heroes that weren't really used that much, and they're getting a real time to shine. And who knows, these guys probably would have been good for not really. I think Saurus really made all these comps, but you know, I love it that they can introduce new heroes and then new comps become viable. It makes me happy. But let's keep going. Let's see. But as you can see, I think this will be a little bit. I'm trying to watch the energy bars to see if they're playing this on manual to try and control the ults. This will be the tell here. If those two ult straight away, yeah. See, that's just on full auto, and they're still getting the ults off. So it's not even an issue. It's just happening that quick. This is actually ridiculous. I have seen on some like lower level tier accounts, like on my Celestial Hypergene one, some people are still using the Rowan in there, just because obviously I guess the haste isn't as high and you're not getting ults as fast. But apparently with this team, there's no need for it. You can still completely lock out with the Ziz. As you can see, lost the Warwick, but it's game time anyway. It's done. It's just really satisfying to see that that damage out of Saurus. He is an absolute beast. Might do some play arounds with Riz. See if we can actually manage to kill a Riz or get footage of someone who does, because it is possible. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video, guys. Oh, I don't think I did the draw for the daily giveaway. I don't think I did, so let's do it now. To those who are still hanging around. Oh, it sucks when it's on 240. Oh well. Sorry, Kiasma. Gotta do these things. Okay, no giveaway. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.